Welcome to a finished game of Master of Magic. We are playing on hard difficulty as the Nomads. Here's our game setup. As you can see, hard for opponents, large land mass. We're going to go custom and choose max life books. That's because we need stream of life. On top of that, I'm going to guarantee us Raise Dead and Prayer, as those are just such good spells. And the Nomads have some really nice high-end units. So, this is kind of a tech boom build. Stream of Life is awesome. It gets rid of unrest in your city, doubles your population growth, and instantly heals all units that have fought in your city that turn. So, the Nomads grow kind of slow, but they have access to most buildings and a lot of gold. So I'm going to take advantage of that, and we're going to grow really, really fast. Getting access to just some of the better units in the game. And they get a nice combination of archers, priests, and flying units, so they can deal with a lot of different threats. This is pretty unique, this build, because you're going to use your gold to bankroll all of your cities. I'm not going to have a ton, but I'm going to have enough. I'm going to say probably around 3 to 4 cities. Alright, so this is going to kind of happen pretty fast. There's my Stream of Life spell. We're going to bump up our gold, which bumps us up to 14 gold right here just with this little bit of people. We haven't even built a marketplace yet. So this is going to be insane. Now you're going to see the effects of Stream of Life. 19 gold. And we're just going to continue to boom. And every couple turns, we're allowed to buy a new structure. Now the things that I really want to go for first are things like the Sawmill, the Forester's Guild to increase production, and then, the Miners Guild, Mechanicians Guild. And that's so that our city, by the time we kind of get to the end of this production boom, we'll be able to build everything else without relying on gold, because we'll probably end up converting some of our gold, so we can produce a second city, get that going here soon. But I'm going straight for the productivity and then bank. And then luckily, because of our position on the map, we're actually going to be able to afford a shipyard. Nice, we get Bishan. That couldn't have worked out better. Thanks for the gold, buddy. So yeah, we're right here. We're about to get the Miners Guild. There we go. We can buy it. And then we're going to go this route so that we can get the university. We need the university for the bank. So yeah, Sage's Guild, got that. And just look at how fast this is. I know a lot of people in the more pro community kind of look down on the max books, but they're still fun to show off. I mean, for those people who aren't in the know, and even if you are in the know, maybe Stream of Life isn't something you ever considered before. Most of the time it's, hey, let's build a really strong unit, or get a kind of a strong enchantment, for a unit. Again, making a super unit. There we go. Yeah, that Mechanicians Guild. So this is an interesting choice here in the beginning, but I think Resurrection is going to serve us the best, because we're going to lose some heroes just to spells. That's what you always lose them for, and I love Life for its ability to recover everything. I mean, this is Life is just such a strong build for no, you killed it? No, you didn't. I brought it back. I resurrected it. Oh, you killed my unit with this big powerful spell? No, Raise Dead. It's back. Everything with Life is just a temporary setback for the most part. Here we go. Merchants Guild. So as you can tell, we're up to 77 gold. We can just buy the Merchants Guild outright. And then we can head right into our magic weapon production. Yes, 114 gold. Look at that. And our growth, because of Stream of Life, has just hugely accelerated. So now, what I'm focusing on is all the buildings that give our troops starting experience. We're going to get the War College, so we can produce veterans. And this provides, a couple extra hits, a couple extra chances to do damage, extra defense, and most importantly, chance to hit. Chance to hit is different than the swords you'll see on some of the unit's screens. And that is basically each sword has a 30% chance to deal 1 point of damage. Well, chance to hit says each sword gets plus 10% chance to deal damage, so each sword attribute would deal have a 40% chance. If we get a +2, it's 50%. So that unit has suddenly become very deadly, and that's what we're aiming for. You know, get our units a high veterancy, and we'll do really well. So we're going to produce 3 different kinds of units in a mixed force, and they just really work well together. We've already got the Parthenon for the priests. The priests allow our units to heal 25% each turn they're with them. Plus they can cast the healing spell in the middle of battle to kind of offset burst damage. The other unit we're going to get is the Rangers. As you already see, we got those now. They are not only badass bowmen, but they can hold their own in melee, and they give all of the units with them pathfinding, which means any land square will only cost 0.5 movement. So if you have 2 movement with a unit, you can move 4 squares. The final unit to this equation is Griffins. Griffins are just crazy. They fly 2, they ignore half the defense of an enemy unit, and they negate first strike. So they are just awesome. So we're picking up some more goodies here. And we have a couple heroes we've been able to hire in the meantime. We have our 2 rangers. So now we have an advanced party we can send out and start doing some conquests, cleaning up some of the neutral towns, get some experience for our heroes. For the most part, we'll just be raising them. We want our own nomad towns. This is a super racist build in Master of Magic. No, it's just you gotta be really focused, because not all the other races guarantee what the nomads get, like all their banks, their merchants guild, you know, their mix of military units. I want, you know, 2 cities producing in tandem eventually. Alright, so we are just growing really steadily. We've got our other town built, Doom Hell. As you can see, we can take on these little dungeons around the map pretty well. And we're able to afford a second casting of Stream of Life. Beautiful. So that's going to make that town grow really fast. And then we'll squash these neutral towns so they don't start raiding us and putting unnecessary pressure on our growth. We can focus entirely on offense. Nice. Easy cleanup. Raised. Alright, so with all of our gold, we can just afford to bankroll the entire town, from very beginning of the Builder's Hall to the smithy, and then building it from there from the marketplace, the granary, the farmer's market, and the Stream of Life will double all the effects of the population growth. Alright, and yeah, we're just grabbing everything. And it's not very expensive. I mean, each turn we're getting 111 gold, so you wait a couple turns, we can afford most structures, especially since I usually like to get a little production on it, and that makes it significantly cheaper. In cases like the marketplace, you know, we're going to buy it right off the bat, so we can just get that gold bonus as soon as we can. Some undeads say hello to Doomhaven, and we just waste them with our defending priests. Good job, guys. Alright. So I go for some cheap economics in the beginning, but I really want to focus on the sawmill, the forester's guild, you know. I'm going to go with some more people production, but those are going to be the things I want to get so the town can start building on its own. We don't have to, like, just, you know, hand over unholy amounts of gold. Okay, so we meet good old Merlin. Welcome to my house. Get the fuck out there, buddy. Alright, so again, we're just throwing gold at all of our problems, and he has a Great Worm already. These things hit very hard, and they teleport right up to your units. And, you know, it had been a while since I fought a Great Worm, so, you know, I was kind of feeling iffy about it. But here's a shitload of Guardian Spirits. So Prayer, what I just cast there, is going to give a +1 to all of our rolls. That's defenses, attacks, resistances. So thanks to that, we can actually do pretty well in this battle. But Guardian Spirits are beefy. They especially have really good resistance. And that 10 attack is tough. But yeah, Just slow and steady here, doing our thing. Good job, guys. Okay. So we're going to try to take on this worm here, but it just is going to make worm food out of us. Yeah, we do a little bit of damage, but he has 12 defense and 25 attack. This thing is just so strong. But I learned my lesson. Come back with something better. And by something better, that's the fantastic stable, which will produce our griffins. They ignore half defense, so that worm would only have a 6 instead of a 12. And it would get rid of that first strike. They also hit pretty hard, plus they're going to have magical weapons thanks to our Alchemist Guild. So our new town is working on getting its productivity, pretty much up and running. And we'll produce a score of griffins. So it's time to get another town. Look around, and we discover a maximum pop 20 spot. Let's go grab it. Oh, I'm an old fuck. Who doesn't like you anymore? Merlin, bitchin'. Alright, so unfortunately we get there and someone else has taken our spot. That's okay. Something really good. It's right there. It's 17. So Doom Penumbra. Alright, everything's going pretty damn good at this point. Bankrolling our third town. Our second town's coming into high production. We're getting good heroes. She has pathfinding too. That's awesome. Another ranger hero. Alright, we're getting that university going so we can grab that bank, which will give us a lot more gold. And Stream of Life. Welcome, Doom Penumbra. Massive growth. And there is our griffin. So good. So, one thing I love doing with these rangers is they can just sneak on over and attack these small little hamlets. And they are way superior to these basic troops that the AI loves to spam. Raised. Alright, Doom Penumbra is up and running. We're going to go ahead and start bankrolling its structure, starting with the Builder's Hall. So we get a huge population boom in Penumbra here. And with housing, I think it's going to give us about 1,000 population. That's just crazy. That's whenever we switch that worker over, that farmer to the worker. Nuts. So, we've got a pretty solid army. 4 griffins, 2 priests to heal, 1 pathfinder ranger, and a nice hero. So I think that's enough to take on Merlin and his great worm. In the meantime, we're making sure that Doom Penumbra's money engine gets going. And we're going to make the most of that population boom Doom Penumbra has. Okay, let's test it out. I'm feeling pretty good about this. We don't have any crazy buffs, but still, see, look at, we already did some good damage against that great worm. We'll cast Prayer, give us a little bit of an edge. And we'll start pummeling it with everything we have. But I feel that the griffins are going to do most of the heavy lifting. Yep. Alright, we get a heal off. Good. We lost 1. There we go. Oh, nice. I can't believe it. I was really expecting to lose most. Back in Doom Hell, we get our bank. So that's a lot more money. So let's go for that productivity here, and in the meantime, keep sieging these neutrals out and raising down their towns. Locking them out of raiding us. This force is really good. Heals up too, it self-sustains. We are even able to take on some of these intermediate dungeons. These earth elementals kind of suck. Like, they have really low defense, but they hit like a truck with 25 damage. We'll just heal up our forces and we can take these things no problem. Nice. That's a good level to Shuri. So let's get the second city online. Make it producing some food so our main city doesn't have so much stress on it to farm for all of our armies here. Because I want to get a secondary army produced. But we take out these spiders, no problem. Wow, that axe is awesome. And what do you know? It's Rajik. It's been a while since I faced him. Well, let's start putting him to the test. He is a Thurgist, chaotic, all death. Oof. Alright, well, we got our work cut out for us. So I'm going to start burning out his small towns. Yeah, I thought so. Gets pissed off I'm in his borders. But yeah, I'm going to start burning out these small towns. He has shit. Spearmen. And Rajik loves to drain life. And pump tons of mana into it. I don't know where he gets all these damn mana crystals. And he kills Shuri. Well, putting that good axe away, we'll just resurrect her for later. In the meantime, we can definitely pick up some more heroes, build our army bulk so we can also defend our towns back at home, and harass all of Merlin's settlers. Alright, our second force is able to deploy 2 griffins, 2 rangers, 2 priests. I'm going to head them on out, and they can back up our primary force. It is so important to be able to stop settlers from escaping the enemy wizards. They'll pump them out pretty seriously. So every chance I get, I'm harassing them, because that means one less time I have to go back and burn out their little hamlets. Okay, so planar travel is going to allow us to have a unit permanently enchanted that can go between the 2 worlds. That's really useful, especially whenever, you know, water's blocking off expansion in one world, but if there's land on the other side. So right here, you get to see me use Raise Dead. It's like, nope, I'm going to bring him back and heal him with the other priests. I love that combo. Alright, burning out these little hamlets here, and we're going to try to find Merlin. I cast some Resurrection, get back Shuri. She was really good. Okay. So, getting that Merchant's Guild, awesome. We're earning a lot of gold, and it's all going to good use. And we have our 2 little parties here. I've lost both my Rangers, unfortunately, against Rajik's encounters, but Prayer should hopefully stave off some of this bleed. And we're not doing too bad. We traded pretty well with most of our units. Welcome back, Shuri. Yep, she is back and she's ready to kick some ass. Yeah. And here's your axe, Huntress. There you go. Alright, so we're heading into the thick of it, working on producing our 3rd task force. And it'll include Sherry. In the meantime, Serena levels up and we're just demolishing these little shitty hamlets. Yep, you guessed it. Heal, take him down. Here we are. We find Merlin, and he has another great worm. Well, we brought birds. Birds of prey. Not the shitty kind either. Alright, so we combined our 2 forces here just because it's a bigger fight, more serious. He's webbing us, which stops our griffins from flying. But otherwise, we're able to unload with a lot of ranged attacks, and then just go in with our griffins, and that's it. And we're gonna heal up, bring our other griffins back from the dead, finish them off. Good job, guys. Alright, so Lionheart and Invulnerability are both good, but Invulnerability is a clear favorite of mine. It can make some shitty units stand up to some really strong units. And our units hit pretty hard, but they need a little more defense. Alright, 3rd task force, let's go. And our 2nd city gives us fantastic stables soon, so we'll be able to double up on our griffin production. Okay. Well, let's leap into combat here and just wipe them out. Prayer for that nice little bonus. Scourge. Okay, so now we're just scouting out, seeing where the computer is. You know, Mrazik's just all over the place, and Merlin is yet to be found for his other cities. So yeah, a lot of me harassing the enemy here, taking on settlers, just trying to chase them down and make sure they don't run behind us. But even if they did, our other task forces are pretty strong to pick them up. So, feeling good about our army compositions. And gotta kill those settlers. Die. Finally. Alright, we have 2 cities, both fully capable of producing the military units we need. This is going to make assembling our armies way faster. Okay, so I think we have Merlin pretty much cornered. And Rajic is just throwing out a bunch of life drain spells. His army compositions can't even stand up to us. We have too much healing and sandbagging going on. And we chew through them as soon as our griffins get up to the front line. And Shuri picks up another level. Let's do this. Come on. Let this be the last city. Destroy him. Ah, damn it. More cities to find. So these are interesting. Night Stalkers have Death Gazes. Death Gaze, or any gaze weapon or thrown weapon, and breath weapons hit you before melee attacks are triggered. And these things are wrecking our griffins. On top of that, our priests can't do anything because ranged attacks can't hit invisible units. So we just have to heal our griffins and just tank through this craziness. I was glad it was the only one, but this is a Night Elf high-end unit. So I kind of want to start checking things out on the other plane and seeing how they're laid out. So I need to get another unit over there. I'm contemplating putting that on a griffin, and then we'll send him over to the other plane. See what it looks like. Alright, so what you have to do is select the one unit, then hit plane, and he gets sent on over. Cool thing about Mirror, all roads give you infinite movement. And so I'm easily able to find where Sisra's fortress is. Now the hard part would be getting my forces over here. You know, I don't really want to enchant a whole army with plane shift. That's a lot of mana. It's 5 mana per plane shift spell. But I could planar travel over here, but I think we're pretty busy with just where we're at, and Sisra can't really reach us too easily. So, but man, he has a stranglehold on this plane, as he normally does. Yeah, a lot of cities, and there's a lot of gold that he has too. They're all connected by road. Alright, Horus, you want to play? Let's do this. And Sisra says, hey, don't count me out yet. Alright, Merlin's fortress at last. And we have a decent army, so let's go tackle him. I think we'll do pretty well here. Yeah, we have just the right amount of healing, buff spells, and we only have 1 griffin, but I think that's all we need. Yeah, we're going to tear right through it. Goodbye, Merlin. Still just banished, not defeated. That's a shame. Oh well. The hunt goes on. Oh, hey, there's another city. Maybe that's it. Oh, and here's another green city down here, Rajic. Altar of Battle is going to be so nice. But the thing is, it relies on us producing a whole bunch more units. And we already kind of have most of our army, so I'm unsure about how useful that's going to be. But, in the meantime, Merlin goes down. Yes, that feels so good. And apparently we've left Horus only one choice. And Sisra too. And they're even using the same, speech. Are they controlled by the same person? Is this a massive conspiracy against all mouths everywhere? In the meantime, we easily assemble our next task force to go out into the world and conquer for us. So, Rajic starts using Black Prayer, which lowers all of our stats, just like Prayer increases all of our stats. So the only way to really counter it is Prayer. And then heal up our priests and torch this city to the ground. Welcome to the Level Up party, Serena. And in the meantime, our third city is finally starting to come online for production. And then we start burning down the rest of Rajik's cities here. He just has a bunch of spearmen and walled cities. Maybe that's good against other mages, but not against us. Sister casts awareness, so he can see everybody. Don't know how useful that is for the AIs. I think they just kind of know where everybody is anyways. So, it's time to start snagging some of these nodes. And I use some of my task forces that are out there to just destroy his priests and werewolves. The werewolves are actually kind of difficult. Rajik should definitely have more of them. And I'm luckily able to bring back my priests that he killed. Ooh, look at that. They hit so good. Damn. I think it's because they're always berserking. I forget why they hit so hard. But anyways, we're going to take this and we're going to send a spirit over to meld it and get some good mana. Alright. Back at Rajik's place, resurrecting some of our dudes. And yeah, he is just hammering us. Taking out our priests here, I can barely keep them alive. Luckily, they ran out of ammo. Well, we're definitely going to need some reinforcements, so I gather everybody up that we produced and send them out into that big old world. Alright, so we discovered Rajik's fortress, and he has a bunch of shadow demons. Shadow demons are pretty intimidating. Very good death summon. I don't think we have what it takes, not without some bless. And it's even kind of questionable how much bless really protects us against these shadow demons' magical attacks, but let's see. Okay, so I've blessed everybody, but as you can see, oh man, these guys just take way too much damage, and I'm immediately put on the defensive. I can luckily still cast Raise Dead, and I'm really hoping the Griffins can save the day here, but I'm not even doing that good of damage with my ranged troops. The Shadow Demon's defenses are pretty solid. Luckily we have magical weapons, but that's not going to really do anything until we get up close to them, because I think they don't take as good of damage from regular weapons. So yeah, I lose the whole contingent here, and then I remember I have Dispel Evil, which can deal a lot of damage to Shadow Demons, but we don't really have that great a casting skill at this point. You know, I haven't been able to devote that much time to building it. But I'm kind of impressed. The Griffins did a super good job. We get close to victory here. And we nab a node, melding our spirit with it. Awesome. So, new tactic. Time to create an army of invulnerable soldiers. Invulnerability negates the first 2 damage that we take from any attack. That's really good. Well, I was out conquering a few dungeons and we got a nice little item, but I think it's more worthwhile as mana. We pick up Tranquility, which pretty much hits any chaos, spells that he casts with a disjunction. And we're working on invulnerability our whole army. I think our next research, oh man, it's a tough choice between Righteousness and Incarnation, but Tauren wins games. So I'm going to pick that up, especially as we don't have 2 different Chaos Mages. Even the one, though, is kind of a pain in the ass. So here we go. We're all invulnerable. And as you can see, a big difference on the first round compared to the first round of last combat. We are going to get our revenge this time. This took about 10 minutes to set up all this. It takes a while to cast all those spells, but our army was moving over there anyways. Look at that. They can just take a full battery and still stay standing. This was definitely the right move. Now he could cast Dispel, but he doesn't choose to. And we're just going to keep healing through this. I think we got it. Yeah. Rajik, you're going down. Look at that. Oh, there's a Night Stalker. Nice. And we get our original hero's item that we had. And banish the motherfucker. So I quickly hopped to the task of trying to clear out his remaining cities. We have about 3 floating armies we can divvy up to just crushing and raising them out. So, and that's the last one it looks like on this little peninsula. This will be an easy one. Unless, of course, he's on another damn plane. So, I think we'll have to travel to another plane to find the remainder of his cities. And finding out how the planes connect on this particular map was a little difficult. Usually it's not, but at least we found Cicero right off the bat. So, where do we end up? We send our nice old invulnerable army over, and we find Horus's town. Time to start squashing. I really wish I had awareness. It would so help at this stage to be like, okay, Rajek's hidden in some little corner. You know, we can find him and take him on. Nope. I mean, how did Cicero get it so damn fast? He must have like an epic research score. In any case, we find Horus's new fortress here and start wrecking face. Yeah, his troops, their composition just can't stand up to invulnerable griffins. Oh yeah, get out of here. Excellent. Well, let's start returning, but at least we don't have to deal with any pesky spells while we destroy the remainder of his towns. So I burn out 2 more towns. Nothing too crazy, no challenges so far on Mirror. And I switch everything over to research because I want to get Holy Word a lot faster in case there's a lot of fantastic creatures we have to face. And here's the bastard, back from the dead. I just couldn't find his remaining towns fast enough. And Horus comes back immediately afterwards too. Couldn't find him fast either, and he cast that spell really quickly. Well, we know where Cicero is. Now it's just time to find the rest of them. And to get another super weapon under our belt, I begin casting Tauren, and here he is. I've never seen a Tauren this good. Damn. Prayer Master, Constitution, Agility, Super Leadership, Super Might. So those values are not just 100%, they're increased by 150%. Missile immunity, magic immunity. We're going to deck him out with some items. And Cicero disintegrates some of our priests, which gets around invulnerability and makes it to where we can't cast Raise Dead on them. They are completely gone. That is a super anti-life spell right there. Bravo. Way to counter me. So I want to start really screwing with Cicero. You know, I need to get invulnerability up. I need to get tranquility so we can counter all of his summons. And then also, I need awareness. You know, I need to see where all those towns are. So these are all the spell lists, you know, that I need to work on. I've been tearing up Mirror this whole time with my minor armies, as you've seen before. And we're getting ready to bring Tauren online. I've equipped him with True Sight, which will give him the ability to fight the invisible, like, night demon elf things better. And we give him invulnerability and the Golden Axe that had +6 attack and giant growth. And he kills Rajek. Man, that's kill stealing. I did all the hard work. What the hell? But don't worry, I cast pretty much the most annoying spell you can cast at a Chaos player. Tranquility. Every Chaos spell that he casts over the world, whether it's a summon creature, a global enchantment, an enchant of his unit that's outside of combat, it pretty much will get dispelled. And he's lost like chimeras, like 2 chimeras at this point. But he's returning the favor, damn him. That's okay. We're going to deploy Tauren. We are definitely getting into the deep end of the spells with Mass Healing, Angel, Righteousness appearing. Those are all like really heavy-hitting spells that severely counter, you know, most Chaos players or other armies. Our man Tauren picks up a level. Look at those stats. They're just going to start soaring. He is the Doombringer. Oh, so good. Yep, there we go. His Chaos Rift spell he's going to cast on one of our badass cities that would destroy our structures and make our life hell. Nope, you're not getting it. But I don't get my Planar Shift spell off by accident. Oops. That's alright. So I've decided at this point I'm building a second custom army of these Griffins that I'll send with Tauren. And he'll just planar travel with them on over to their sister's capital, Doom drop them. Alright, let's fucking do this. Doom dropping right into his little area. We're gonna go straight to his capital and take him on. Everyone's invulnerable. He don't have shit here. Angels can be a little rough, but you know what? I think we can take it with our invulnerability and our prayer buff. So let's do this. And we also have True Light as well, which is just like another prayer, but it also buffs the angels because they're creatures of life. Oh, fucker. He doesn't have all sorts of my enchantments. At least invulnerability was spared. That's good. Alright, let's get Tauren in there. Dude, he's doing some work. Slaughtering angels by the pound. You gonna make some heaven worst out of those, buddy? Elzar will be jealous. Nice. This feels so good to kick this little Draconian's ass. Yeah! With Sisera down, it's time to do some serious wet work. Let's burn everything to the ground. Nothing will be left. So after slaughtering millions of Dark Elves and their armies, it's time to find out where the rest are hiding and eliminate Sisera and the other casters once and for all. To do that, we need to cast awareness so we can see where all their cities are. Oh, hello. Who's hiding on the other plane in a small little island? It's Sisera. And we cast awareness, so now we can see where every city is. No more hiding from us. We're just going to completely destroy everything now. There is no hope. Tauren scoops up another sweet level. Look at his stats. They're just crazy. And now we're going to start making everybody really fast so they can just kill everything faster. Time to hunt you down, Sisera. There is no coming back. Yep, it's just Tauren and his mighty Griffin army, tearing everything to pieces. This worked out really well. So our Griffin army is really good on its own, and Tauren is just amazing. 29 attack power for one hero. I just split the two up, sending the Griffins one way, and then Tauren to handle Horus. And yeah, he's going to destroy everything. Even those Phantom Warriors would normally kill him or another hero, but the thing is, he has True Sight on. It's the beginning of the end, Sisera. Time to die. Yeah, even those Doom Bolts here, I thought they were going to deal a lot of damage. Nope, these guys are just troopers, resisting everything. Surprised he didn't throw more Disintegrates out. Okay. Let's do this. This city is absolutely massive, but nothing really special here. Yeah. Just a bunch of like the Dark Elves. The Dark Elves spells normally hit pretty hard too. They can chew an army to pieces before you even get to it. Not our Griffins. They do a damn fine job. And Tauren, man, he is awesome. Now here's a funny thing, like for some reason he just decided to like kind of wait. Oh, yeah, he gets dispelled. Forgot about that. So that's okay. We just recast everything. Yeah, he'll just sit here forever. Look at, see the game freezing? Yeah, if you do that forever, the battle will actually just stop, and it'll be a stalemate. So here what we gotta do is just, you know, get the angel to attack us. And here I think I can dispel the angel, so I just start casting Holy Word. But then it works out with an auto attack again. There we go. Done. Gotta be careful, and we banish him again. This thing is awesome. This is the best artifact I've ever seen for sale. The stats are mediocre, but the Doom ignores armor and the Holy Avenger, those are so good. It's kind of unfortunate we won't be able to use it. Tauren is unfortunately landlocked. I can't find anything to give him flight or swimming, so he's just super fast, but he cannot make it to the last stretch of the battles we need to complete. As you can see here, Tauren's going to be trapped on the other side of this big old body of water where the griffins are able just to fly over. So our griffins here are just kind of sitting and waiting for the enemy to just waste their ammo. They're just like, ha ha ha, we're badass griffins. So then I just manually like make them drive forward and they'll start attacking. Dumbasses. Yeah, even the Doom Drakes weren't doing that good against them. Oh, there's another of the Night Blades, or I forget what they're called, damn it. Anyway, yeah, everything I try, I just can't get Tauren over there. Yeah, he is just stuck. I really could have used him over here too, but and the Griffins can definitely win. It's just slower. That's the only thing. I really wanted to use him too. He's just such an awesome hero. Well, let's do this. Here we go, Horus. Yeah, he tries his normal assortments here of, you know, just casting a bunch of spells, and he has a good amount of Doom Drakes and Magicians, Draconian Magicians, but with our 2 buffs and our high resistance on top of vulnerability, we take a little bit, but... Oh yeah, this was kind of a bug. Mass Healing was saying it was already on the battlefield, but Mass Healing is just a healing spell on all your units. So that's kind of strange. So anyways, normal healing does the trick, and we're going to burn this place down to the ground. Die, Horus. Alright, so yeah, we took a little bit of damage, but nothing bad. So as you can see here, we don't know it's hurt, so I use Mass Healing, and voila, everything gets healed. So I don't know what that bug was all about. That was weird. But yeah, we chew through these guys, no problem. Alright, more Horus Heresy here. Yep, easily destroyed and dispatched. Burn them to the ground. And we destroy their little shitty settlers. Tauren collecting those level ups like no tomorrow. Fastest leveling hero, I swear. So, here it is. Horus's last city. And there is no one defending it. We destroy the little halfling Horus. We don't find any new spells, but we do win the game. And that's pretty important, right? Oh, Master Magic. This was a lot of fun. I've been playing this game. Remember the first time I played this game? I was in 3rd grade, had no idea what I was doing. And I played this in, you know, high school. Like, it was hard to even get it to work, like on DOSBox. I really didn't know what I was doing. And eventually I figured out my way to how to get it to run, and then it was just going slow, and then you had to learn how to speed up the CPU, and then GOG made it available, and oh man, what a trip it's been. And then, you know, I got to a point to where I was like, oh man, you know, you really need like super units to really succeed, and that's really the only way to like go through Master Magic. And I didn't realize until this year, Master Magic was really a game about trading efficiently. You know, use any units you want as long as they're right for the situation. And Master Magic really encouraged that, and that's kind of something I realized more and more as I played Dominions 5. And Dominions, the games like, you know, Conquest of Elysium does the same thing. You're going to lose units, but you don't want to lose them, you know, like in droves to where you can't replace them. And you want to use units that will actually trade for more. You know, it's like, hey, like our Griffins, they were super efficient. They would go in and destroy almost anybody before they had a chance to destroy the Griffin. So it's like, even though I lost priests and rangers and Griffins, I was able to do pretty damn well. Well, it was fun to think about all that. Well, guys, it's been fun revisiting Master Magic yet again, and I'm sure I'll do so in the future again. But if you enjoyed yourselves, consider throwing your Warlord a few bones. The game took about, 10 hours to kind kind of put together and test and make sure I was doing it right and had the good strategy, and and then another couple hours to edit it. So I appreciate anything you do. That really fuels my enthusiasm to keep making these projects happen. Alright guys, I'll catch you all on more finished games.